Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is MD Tech here with another quick tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to upgrade your Windows 10 computer from a 32 to a 64-bit computer for free. So this should hopefully be a pretty straightforward process, guys, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So perhaps you're looking to take advantage of the 64-bit processor power if your computer is capable, or perhaps you're trying to upgrade to Windows 11 and one of the requirements is that you ditch the 32-bit architecture, but your computer processor supports 64-bit. This tutorial should hopefully be able to walk you guys through how to do it. Now, one caveat, if your processor and motherboard do not support the 64-bit architecture, you will not be able to upgrade to the 64-bit version of Windows. I just want to put that right out there. Unless you're planning on upgrading your hardware, you won't be able to upgrade to 64-bit if your computer does not support it. So pretty straightforward, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start off by opening up a web browser. Doesn't matter which one, but we're going to use Google Chrome for today's tutorial. And we're going to search for Windows Media Creation Tool. So go ahead and search for that. One of the best results should be a Microsoft domain. This is download Windows 10 disk image. Go ahead and open that up. You want to go down where it says Create Windows 10 Installation Media. To get started, you will first need to have a license to install Windows 10. You can then download and run the Media Creation tool. For more information on how to use the tool, see the instructions below. Go ahead and select the Download Tool Now button. Tool itself is only about 18.5 megabytes, so not very big. You can minimize or close out of the web browser too. And if you receive a user account control prompt, go ahead and select Yes. You can minimize, like I said, out of the web browser. Now select Create Installation Media, USB flash drive, DVD, or ISO file for another PC. Select Next. Uncheck where it says Use the recommended options for this PC. And then where it says Architecture, click inside the drop-down and select 64-bit. And then you want to select underneath Edition, make sure it says Windows 10 and the language is correct as well. And then you want to select Next. Now, if you want to install it via a USB flash drive or DVD as the computer is booting up, and you want to just insert it into your computer, I don't even think you have to be booting up. You could probably just insert it during the normal Windows process. You can do that. Otherwise, you're just going to select the ISO file option and then Next. I'm just going to save it to my desktop, and then I'm going to select Save. I believe this is about 4 to 5 gigabytes in size the last time I checked, so it will take a couple of minutes to download, so just please be patient. Now at this point you want to go ahead and right click on the ISO file and mount or burn disk image to a DVD. If you selected USB, you could have selected that option as well, and then restart your computer and go to the boot menu. This will be different for all computer manufacturers. You may have to tap the escape, F2, F8, or F12 key in my experience. It's one of the function keys on the top. So go ahead and actually burn this to a DVD, and then go ahead and boot your computer from it, and I will be right back. Okay, so underneath boot menu, I'm going to select my CD-ROM drive, which is the DVD. If you had a USB removable device, you could select that. Again, your option may look slightly different in your case, but I'm going to go ahead and select my DVD drive here, and then I'm going to press any key to boot from it. You want to select Next for the Windows setup, and then you want to select where it says Install Now. Okay, so now if you have a product key, you can insert it. Otherwise, if Windows is already activated, you more than likely won't even have this screen here. You just can go ahead and select I don't have a product key. And then you want to select the version of Windows 10 you're currently running, so whether it's Home or Pro, for example. And then it should automatically be a Times 64-bit architecture next to that. And then you would select Next, accept the license terms, and then select Next again. So we're going to select the upgrade option. So the file settings and applications are moved to Windows with this option. The option is only available when a supported version of Windows is already running on the computer. Alternatively, if you wanted to do like a factory reset clean install, you could just install Windows only. No matter what option you select, I would recommend creating a backup of your files before doing this, but generally speaking, custom, this is going to just be a clean install of Windows 10. Otherwise, this is going to be an upgrade, the first option, and there's always a chance you could lose data either way, so make sure you have it backed up and then select upgrade. So if you went down the direction I did, you can see that it's not available in my case since I booted from it. So we're going to select the install Windows only option here, and then I'm going to select the drive where Windows is installed on. Usually it's the biggest drive in here, and then select next. If the partition you've chosen contains files from a previous Windows installation, these files and folders will be moved to a folder named windows.old. You will be able to access windows.old, but you won't be able to use your previous version of Windows. Go ahead and select OK, and give this a few minutes to run here. Okay, so select your correct language here, or country, keyboard layout, select that as well. If you want to add another keyboard layout, you can. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and skip over that. Okay, so if you want to set up for an organization, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to set up for personal use and then select next. I usually would select an offline account, so just a local user account here. Select limited experience. You can go through the Microsoft account setup process too, but I usually do not like using an online account. So anyway, go ahead and enter in your computer name here and then select next. You can create a password if you want, otherwise select next. And if you want to keep these privacy settings checkmarked, you can. Usually I turn them off. Again, this is a personal preference here. And then I select accept. And then I usually turn off Cortana, even though you can enable it if you want. So there you go, guys, simple as that. So if you wanted to see your windows.old folder that you may have some old files in, if you open up File Explorer and then select this PC on the left side, go into your local disk, double click on it, and then there's a windows.old folder in here. Double click on that and you should have your old Windows files saved in here. You can delete this folder once you're done with it, but it should have a lot of your permanent stuff. So you can see you have your users folder, documents, downloads, that sort of thing, pictures as well. So pretty straightforward process there, guys, on how to actually locate old files. And you can delete this folder through disk cleanup, which is what I recommend doing if you don't need it anymore. Definitely takes up some room on your hard drive, but pretty straightforward process. Do hope I was able to help you out, and I do look forward to catching you all in the next tutorial. Goodbye.